While everyone thought combustion engines were dying and only electric cars would dominate the world, the Chinese just launched a technology that made engineers at Toyota, BYD, and Volkswagen lose sleep. An engine capable of transforming almost half of gasoline into pure movement. This isn't science fiction, it's laboratory certified and already rolling on China's streets at this exact moment. I'm Mike Anderson and you're watching Gara Scams. Today, I'm going to show you the engine that broke all the rules of automotive physics. Thermal efficiency of 48.09%, officially certified. To give you an idea of how absurd this is, Toyota, with all its hybrid tradition, is fighting to maintain 41%. BYD, which dominates the Chinese market, has 43%. This Chinese engine simply destroyed all records. Its name is Dongfeng. Mach 1.5 turbo, a power plant that delivers over 62 miles per gallon, burning so little gasoline it seems like engineering magic. And Dongfeng isn't just any brand. It's the automaker that has manufactured Honda and Nissan in China for 30 years and now decided the student would surpass the master. If you're passionate about automotive technology, want to save real fuel, and enjoy watching the car market catch fire, this video is for you. Go ahead and drop that like, because this content took a lot of work to produce. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you don't miss the next explosive videos coming your way. Before diving into the technical guts of this revolutionary engine, I need to introduce you to who's behind this technological bomb. Many people have never heard of Dongfeng and might even think it as some unknown brand or backyard manufacturer. Huge mistake. Dongfeng Motor Corporation is one of China's 4 largest state-owned automotive companies, founded in 1969. In the beginning, they focused on heavy vehicles, military trucks, and robust utilities. The name Dongfeng means east wind in Mandarin. This wind started slowly but has now become a technology hurricane that's scaring the global market. No? Why? You need to take this brand seriously? For decades, Dongfeng was a strategic partner of global giants and joint ventures who manufactures Honda cars in China. Dongfeng, who makes Nissan vehicles there. Dongfeng too. They have partnerships with PSA, with Peugeot, with bottom line. They spent the last 30 years literally dismantling, studying, perfecting, and absorbing Japanese and European technology. They sucked up all the quality knowledge from Honda, all of Nissan's reliability, all of Peugeot's engineering. 3 decades being dedicated students, and then came the turning point. The student no longer just wants to copy, he wants to surpass. Dongfeng created completely proprietary technology that ironically leaves their own international partners' engines in the dust. We're talking about a state-owned company with a practically unlimited budget. The best engineers the Chinese government can hire, and access to cutting-edge laboratories. The result of all this massive investment in Chinese determination is what they named Mach Power. And here comes our star of today, the engine that will change the game. Now comes the technical part, but I'll explain it in a way that even non-mechanics will understand perfectly. Why the heck is a number of 48.09% efficiency so frightening? I'll give you a perspective that will blow your mind. Think of your car's engine as a money-wasting machine. Every time you put $100 of gasoline in a common car's tank, purely combustion, about $65 to $75 are literally thrown in the trash. They became heat that goes to the radiator, heat that exits hot through the exhaust, energy lost in internal friction of parts. Only $25 to $35 of that 100 actually make the car move. This is what we call thermal efficiency of only 25 to 35%. It's way too mediocre. It's absurd waste. Toyota revolutionized the market when it managed to raise this to 40 to 41% with the Prius and Corolla hybrid system. It was a historic milestone that allowed those cars to average over 50 miles per gallon. Ford, with hybrid technology, reached 43%. BYD, with its latest generation engines, also works in this 43% range. These are excellent numbers that a few years ago seemed impossible. But reaching 48% is entering a completely different universe in serious automotive engineering. Every measly 0.1% more efficiency is a brutal war. Going from 41 to 48 isn't a simple incremental evolution. It's a quantum leap in technology. It means that almost half of all the chemical energy contained in gasoline is being converted into real wheel movement. This is territory of giant diesel engines from ocean ships or industrial power plants, not from a little 1.5-liter engine in a regular passenger car you see on the street. Dongfeng achieved this insane feat and received official certification from CATR, which is China's most rigorous and respected automotive research center. We're not talking about bogus automaker marketing. It's not some made-up number. It's laboratory certified following strict international standards. But here comes the million-dollar question. How the heck did they achieve what Toyota, Honda, Volkswagen, and even BYD itself haven't achieved until now? Let me tell you about the 3 technological pillars that sustain this revolution. First pillar is extreme optimized combustion. Normal gasoline cars operate with compression ratio of 10-to-1 or at most 12-to-1. The Mach 1.5 turbo engine works with compression ratio above 15.5-to-1. For those who didn't get that, it's a typical compression ratio of heavy diesel engines. The more you compress and squeeze the air and gasoline mixture before it explodes, the more energy you can extract. The problem is that doing this with gasoline normally causes the dreaded detonation. That piston knock that literally destroys the engine from the inside. Dongfeng solved this impossible equation with surgical precision electronic control and piston and cylinder head design that Essen Industrial secret guarded under lock and key. Second pillar is 500 bar pressure direct injection. Most cars with direct injection work with 200 bar, some more modern ones reach 350 bar. Dongfeng pushed 500 bar pressure. That's 500 times atmospheric pressure at sea level. At this brutal pressure, gasoline isn't sprayed like common spray. It's atomized into microscopic fog-sized particles. The burn becomes instant, complete, perfect. Not a drop is wasted. It's total utilization of every milliliter of fuel that enters the chamber. Third pillar is the variable geometry turbo. Normally, this type of technology is exclusive to heavy diesel trucks or luxury sports cars like Porsche. It's extremely expensive and complex to implement this in a gasoline engine because of the insane temperatures involved. Dongfeng managed to master this technology. The turbo's internal vanes automatically change angle according to engine needs. This means the power plant has maximum breadth, both at low RPM in heavy city traffic and at high speed on the highway. It's always operating at the ideal efficiency point, no matter the situation. And here comes the part I consider most genius of all. And that shows how China has brutally advanced in materials science in recent years. There is no point generating all this energy if the engine loses everything in internal friction of parts rubbing together. They completely eliminated the heavy traditional cast iron cylinder sleeves. In their place, they applied thermal spray coating, an ultra-hard microscopic layer, polished like a mirror. The friction of the piston going up and down is drastically reduced. Less friction means less wasted heat, more power effectively reaching the wheel. Besides that, the engine is truly intelligent. Not just marketing. It has an electric oil pump controlled by computer in real time. In a traditional car, the oil pump is mechanical and spins directly with the engine. If you accelerate it, pumps more oil even without need, stealing precious power. In the Mach 1.5 turbo, the pump is electric and managed by embedded artificial intelligence. It only sends the exact amount of lubricating oil that each component needs at the exact moment. It's precision management of every drop of available energy. And there's even more technology. They implemented an advanced exhaust gas recirculation system. They take the hot gas that exits the exhaust, cool it in a controlled way, and feed it back into the intake to perfectly manage combustion chamber temperature. It's a thermodynamic ballet orchestrated by computer. Now, I want to know your honest opinion about everything I've shown you so far. Would you buy a Dongfeng car knowing it has the most efficient engine available in the world today? Or do you prefer Toyota's traditional reliability? Will BYD manage to respond with something better? Drop your opinion in the comments. I want to see Toyota team, BYD team, or Dongfeng team battling it out down there. Let's now get to the heavyweight fight and put real numbers on the table. Toyota, with its dynamic force, 2.0 and 2.5-liter engines, is the absolute worldwide historical reference. Thermal efficiency hovering around 41%. It's a fantastic power plant, extremely durable, reliable as a Swiss watch. But technologically, it has already reached the maximum limit of the traditional auto cycle. BYD, which dominates the Chinese market, has the Xiaoyun 1.5-liter engine, heart of the hybrids that everyone loves. Impressive efficiency of about 43%. It was the one who really shook the market and showed that China is no longer synonymous with questionable quality. And then comes the Dongfeng Mach 1.5 Turbo with its officially certified 48.09%. The difference between 43 and 48 seems small on paper to regular folks. But in automotive engineering, it's the brutal distance between an Olympic athlete and a genetically modified superhuman. What does this mean in day-to-day practice? In a plug-in hybrid system where the electric motor provides power in the city and the combustion engine acts as generator or drives at high speed on the highway, the Dongfeng car will need to fire up the gasoline engine way less often during the day. And when it does fire up, it will consume less fuel to generate the same amount of electricity to recharge the battery. Dongfeng itself disclosed that this technology alone adds more than 10% extra range. We're talking about 62 additional miles per tank compared with their own previous hybrid systems. Let me translate this to reality. Imagine a mid-size SUV like the Dongfeng Aolus, averaging real-world numbers above 59 miles per gallon with a 16-gallon tank of regular gasoline. Total range stays around an impressive 930 miles without stopping at any gas station. That's driving from Los Angeles to Denver with fuel to spare, or New York to Florida, or Seattle to San Francisco and back, all without touching a gas pump once, with American gas prices hovering between $3 and $4 per gallon depending on the state. The savings in your wallet are serious. Now, you must be wondering, okay, Mike, so what? What does this change for me living in the United States? Dongfeng has no presence yet in the American passenger car market. They're focusing mainly on commercial vehicles and electric trucks in Asian markets, but having this revolutionary engine in their hands, they now possess the perfect weapon to potentially enter the American hybrid and plug-in hybrid SUV market. They could compete head-to-head, dollar for dollar, technology for technology, with established players like Toyota, RAV4, Hybrid, and Honda CR-V Hybrid that dominate American showrooms. If Toyota and Honda thought the hybrid game was settled and the market dominated, Dongfeng just announced loud and clear that the competition is only beginning now. And you know what? Who really wins with this whole war is us, American consumers. This crazy race for 50% thermal efficiency, which is the absolute holy grail of automotive engineering, has kicked into high gear. Toyota will have to hustle to update itself. Volkswagen, which lost timing, is running to catch up. BYD, which is absolute queen of electric and hybrid technology, will have to evolve its engines quickly. The combustion engine didn't die, like everyone loved to preach 5 years ago. It evolved, transformed, became smarter to become the perfect partner for electrification. The Dongfeng Mach 1.5 Turbo is living proof that there is still massive engineering potential to be explored and optimized in the controlled burning of fossil fuel, as long as it's done with intelligence, heavy investment, and Chinese determination. Now, I really want to hear from you again. After everything I showed you in this video, would you put your hard-earned money in a Dongfeng hybrid if it came to America? Do you trust this Chinese technology, or do you think Japanese is unbeatable? Does Toyota remain your choice, or did this engine change your mind? Comment down there if you're a Toyota team for tradition, BYD team for cutting-edge technology, or Dongfeng team for radical innovation. I want to see the battle in the comments. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, technical content, don't forget to smash that like button. Subscribe to Garage Scams and hit all notification bells. Thanks for sticking with me until the end, and I'll see you in the next video with more automotive bomb content. This is Mike Anderson, and until next time, folks.